Any questions on Seesaw for Julie? All right, so I was going to show you guys one more quick one. So this, something brand new that just came out, Flipgrid just created a screen capture program within its, I guess, within its program. So if you use Flipgrid with your kids, this is another option. If you don't use Flipgrid, then really I wouldn't recommend going to Flipgrid just for this option. We actually kind of found it a little clunky because it is something that's newer and they're still kind of beta testing it. But if you use Flipgrid, what's nice again, right? You already have it all housed within that program. You don't have to worry about exporting and importing videos. So I'm just going to share what that looks like. All right, so this is Flipgrid. We're kind of like on our little home class page. They called, like each of their classes, they called a grid. And then if you go down, right, we have different topics. So a topic's kind of like a post. So if I wanted to add a new topic, and I'm not going to do all the other stuff on it right now, right? But you can like give the title, you can give some text or information that you need for it. You can choose how long you want to let your kids record for. So it can go anywhere from 15 seconds to 10 minutes. So it limits how long the kids can actually do the recording for. And then down here, you can provide a bunch of different resources for them as like your instructional piece for it or your thought-provoking piece for it. So you can do images. You could upload a video if you already have one created, but you can also just record straight through Flipgrid. So if you click that record, Flipgrid already mirrors for you. So that's nice because you don't have to think about mirroring your photos. So like if you have any text that you're holding up, the kids will be able to read it. And then if you are doing anything like, I know like some teachers, they're literally teaching on a whiteboard or a notepad, and that's how they're doing their math or their more kinesthetic instruction. And then I know Tiffany had mentioned before to us when we were talking about this, like if you do any kinesthetic writing with your kids in the air, to keep in mind like how video mirroring works, because you want to know what your kids are seeing. So you can just do your instruction here. You can also go down here and have a board. You could choose whiteboard or blackboard, whatever one sounds great to you. And then you'll get your blank board. And then you have drawing tools. Again, I hate trackpads, they're hard. You can do different text or different colors. They have stickers. You can just do a typing tool and actually just type text in. So there's all those options. The other thing though that's new, so you can get it all set up and you then can record. You could record while you're typing and drawing. However, and then up here you have your undo, redo, and your clear. You do have a 10-minute limit with Flipgrid. They won't let you create a video longer than 10 minutes. However, they also have now created this screen sharing. So on here, you can then click screen recording, and it's going to turn my computer, kind of like how Screencastify works. It'll just record whatever is on my screen. So I'm gonna click start screen recording, and you can have it record your entire screen, so everything on your desktop. So if you know you're gonna be jumping back and forth between like different programs, this is good to use. You can just have it record your application window, so that's just like one app or program, or your Chrome tabs. You can choose a specific tab that you want it to record. So it kind of just depends what you want to show your kids. Once you pick yours, you click share, it'll count you down. So now it's recording my screen. I can talk. Unlike Screencastify, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles like the little pointers and things like that you can do. So it is very basic. So keep that in mind. But then when I'm done, I can pause and then keep recording. If I know I'm fully done, I can just hit stop recording. It previews my text for me. If I want to go back and add more, I can. And then when you're all done, you can click next. But what is cool about this is your kids also have access to this. So this is another way your kids can show their learning as well. So like if they created something, like if they have a presentation they want to share and they created in Google Slides, right, they could do a screen recording of their presentation. So that's also just something to keep in mind, that you have that as well. I'm going to go ahead and not save that because it didn't really teach anything. But that's a screen recording option on Flipgrid. And then again, they have that whiteboard or blackboard option. And those tools are available to both teachers and students. So again, it's just another instructional tool you can use, but it's also, again, a way to have maybe do some formative assessment with your kids to kind of have them show what they've been learning or what they've been creating while they've been at home. Are there any questions on the Flipgrid tools?
There's a question about showing where you, once you clicked screen record, where you were able to choose whether they were seeing all tabs or just one tab, or.
So that, pull that back up. And again, the other thing to remember too is that it is hidden. It's not in the basic options for screen capture. You have to click this little video options thing on the side, the 3 dots, to get to your screen recording option. So then once you hit start screen recording, this is your options. I don't know, does that show for you guys? Because I'm sharing. Here, let me share my whole desktop with you guys. All right, you guys see the box now?
Now we see it, yeah.
Yay, sorry, I didn't realize I didn't pop up. So you'll get this little box popping up before you even start recording, and it's gonna ask you, so you can do your entire screen. You can do application windows, so if you have different apps open or different programs open on your computer, or you could just do a specific Chrome tab. So you can choose which one you wanna share with your kids. You can't change in the middle, so once you pick one, you do have to stay there for that entire screen share. You could record a separate video where you then do the next thing as well. So if you're ever in doubt, just do your desktop, because then you can navigate between different things. Any other questions?
No, but, well, maybe. I'm not going to answer for everybody. But one thing I forgot to mention is, and I'm glad you brought up the mirror image. If you're using Zoom, on my screen, when I look, it's backwards. But if, I don't know, this is bigger. When I hold this up to my screen, it looks backwards, but to you guys, it looks correct. So that's tricky. But there's a way to double check that you have it correct. So on the lower left-hand corner of your screen, there should be like a little video, like a little video camera icon, and there's a little caret. And if you click on caret, it says video settings. If you click on video settings, it brings you right to the app and right to where you need to go. And there should be touch up my appearance. My favorite one is mirror my video. And if you check that, it will do it so that it's mirrored and it's good. Oh shoot, my internet's being funky. I think it was already checked for me, so I don't know if it was for you guys or if I just checked it and didn't know that. But again, if you're doing like air tracing of letters for students, you'll have to pretend like they're sitting in front of you and just trust that if you write the letter backwards in the air, it'll be forwards for them. So anyway, that was just something else I thought about.
And I did also want to mention in Seesaw, it automatically mirrors. So it'll automatically be written correctly for the kids. And thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Marshallane. Great representation.
Conducting this, Marshallane plus a few other people. So fun to let the staff members choose what they want and where they need to spend their time.
Mrs. Spencer's talking right now. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Christy.
I'm on my patio and my daughter's playing with magnet tiles next to me and I'm like, I can't hear her.
Yes, I was just thanking Misty and Tiffany and Julie for doing this today, and I appreciate all of you for joining us. I know it's a really busy time, and especially if you have children at home, which they do. It is a hard time to get on, but I appreciate you being here to answer questions, and I know they're really good about being responsive. So I think this was really helpful. I mean, I learned a few new things, and even though I'm not, trying to teach 20 or 32 kids a day, hopefully I can support the teachers in what they're trying to do. So
And
thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. And please reach out to us if you have any other questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priscilla, also for being here. And I think that's great.
Yeah, thanks, Priscilla, too.
This is a learning curve for me too. I never Zoomed until 4 or 5 weeks ago. And now I'm doing it multiple times a day. So it does show you that we can learn new things, right?
When we're forced to.
When we're forced to. But it's all good. And I really do honestly believe on the other side of this, we're going to be better, you know. And then if this happens again, which, is kind of what's predicted, we will know how to do this part of it. Not that we want to do this part of it. Whoever knew that teaching without students on campus was going to be so hard? We thought, oh, if the students are gone, this will be a lot easier. It's sort of counterintuitive, but it is what it is, right? Yeah. But thanks to all of you. Everyone's working really hard. Everyone's doing a great job, and we appreciate the work the TOSAs are doing on our behalf.
Well, and like Julie mentioned, guys, if you have any, or same with the tools today, if there's something you want to do a deeper dive into, or you want to just a little more hand holding as you walk your way through it, let us know. And if you hear about a tool that you want to learn more about, right, we're trying to really start planning what our next webinars are going to be after these like basic ones to get rolling. Let us know, because we want to make sure that what we're hosting for webinars is going to be what you guys want to learn about, right, versus what we think might be fun. So,
and you'll be sending out the links to all of those, Misty?
Yep. So I will be sending out an email later tonight once the video processes the recording of this, plus all the resources we have to go with these tools.
Great. So I'll link that to our professional development page.
Great.
So if people, want to dive deeper into this, and also I'm going to link the bit.ly thing for the previous ones that you guys have done. So this is a great service. So we're all still learning.
Yep.
That's what we have to do. Right?
Lifelong learners.
Exactly. That's what we're supposed to do. So thanks, everyone. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, all. Misty, can you stay on for 1 second?